it do, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And while you in here, hit that like, comment, subscribe, notification bell so you can be notified every time Her Takes uploads a new video. Alright, let's get into these NBA playoffs. Let's do a recap on the first 4 games played thus far. 2 in the East, 2 in the West. Alright, so first up, I'm going to do them in order of interest, really. So this Cavs and Magic game, I could really care less who win out of here. Out of this matchup, not too sure who I think I want to win. I guess I would give the slight edge to the Cavs only because of Spider. I feel like out of all of the stars that are playing, he's probably the most deserving to finally, start trying to, make a mark in the postseason. He's paid his dues. So I'm going to go with the Cavs. And, they took care of business on yesterday. They took care of business. Spider had a big game, 30 points. He dropped 30 on him. Now, I don't think it's going to be easy. I really see this series going 7 games because Suggs and Banchero are not going to play the way they played on Saturday. They're not going to continue to play that way throughout the series. Not going to hold those boys back. So I really, really think that it's going to be a tough matchup. It's going to go down to the wire. In terms of talent-wise, I think, honestly, I feel like talent-wise, I feel like Magic got the edge because they've got Suggs and Banchero, and I feel like their bench is a little more talented than the Cavs. I'm going to pick them talent-wise, but my heart-wise, because of Spider, only because of Spider, I'm going to go Cavs in this one. Now, this next matchup, Minnesota against the Suns. I'm going to go with Minnesota. Ant-Man, I would love to see Ant-Man start to, again, just like with Spider, start making some noise in the postseason, especially with Braun going out of the league. We're going to talk about him in a little bit. Ant-Man, Spider, Jason Tatum, all these type guys like this, they're going to be the ones taking over the league, and it's going to be very, very competitive with them. But just looking at these two teams together, I love Kevin Durant. I love what Booker brings. Bradley Beal. It's just outside of that, what do they have, right? And looking at their bench compared to Minnesota's bench, even though they owned Minnesota during the regular season, didn't really dig in to see why, were there injuries, what caused that, but they owned them during the regular season. I just don't see that happening in the postseason. I don't. Minnesota has just way too many weapons, way too much talent. They play good together, kind of like Denver. Like they have this system, and they play really good together, and they stick to it. So I'm gonna go Minnesota. 1, because I'm pulling for the Georgia boy, obviously, and then 2, I just feel like they're the better team. I'm going for them on both ends. So Minnesota in this series. Now this next one I'm really interested in because I most definitely want to see Joel Embiid succeed. I would like to see him survive and go deep into the playoffs. I would love to see him get a chip one day. And then the fact of Tyrese Maxey, how well he's been playing. I love his game. I love his tenacity. Just his penetration to get to the hoop. It is so impressive. So I'm really, in my heart, going for Philly. However, I have a lot of concerns. The major concern is Embiid's health. Then backed up behind that is like, what type of help are they going to get from their bench? Batum and Buddy Hield, they're both struggling right now. Not sure what's going on with them. They're not knocking down their shots. They're definitely going to need to do that. As Tyrese, drive to the rim and kick it out, they definitely need to be able to knock those shots down. And I didn't see that yesterday. We had the scare with Embiid, so I don't know It's just a lot of don't knows with this. So we'll see how it turns out. Definitely turning into so far very, very interesting playoffs. I'm sitting here right now watching, and we'll review it tomorrow, watching Miami, Boston, and whoa. This league is turning into a three shooting league. They're draining threes on these boys like nothing. Like they had some good runs in the matchup. So we'll see, how they can hopefully turn this series around. Hopefully their role players can start knocking their shots down. We'll see. Other than that, it's going to be GG's for them. And last but certainly not least, if you didn't know, now you know I'm a huge LeBron James fan. And the Lakers, they have the Nuggets figured out. They just don't have that endurance to take care of business. They don't have the personnel to take care of business. Only one player from their bench even scored last night. They got 11 bench points in game one. And my man needed a little more help. I know everybody that hate Bron, they get sick of us saying that Bron need help, but Jokic got help. Murray got help. Jason Tatum got help. Hell, Kevin Durant got help. But to be honest, and I normally don't say this a lot, it's Bron's fault. I'm going to say it's Bron's fault. Because I feel like LeBron James have enough power to convince and steer his front office in the right directions. And he messed up with Russell Westbrook. Look at KCP over there draining them for Denver. Never should have let him go. Never should have let Caruso go. And though they're both probably washed up now, Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, you needed that same type of recipe, maybe some younger players. But Jokic can't keep up with them high-flying centers. He can't. So y'all, the team you got now is just, that's why they win so much against you. Now, they played very well in the first half yesterday, but you got to think about it. Bron will be 40 at the end of this year. He's been in the league 20 years. So, and I know it's got to be tough for Bron. Think about it. LeBron James, having been as successful as he has in the league, as dominant and talented as he is as a player, it's still here, but physically, having had all that wear and tear on him and his body, he can't keep up with the Murrays and the Jokic and all these, and what's that other boy that give him a fit? And Aaron Gordon. Those guys, it messes, I'm pretty sure it messes with him mentally to know when I was in my prime that it would be prime LeBron on this team, it would be no problem. But there's nothing he can do. He can't do it all, especially now that he's older. And he has that longevity and wear and tear on his body. He can't do it anymore. So my heart is for the Lakers, but my brain knows that, and this isn't wood, but I'm going to knock on it anyway just for the sake, barring a serious injury, and nobody wants that on the Nuggets team, it's just not going to happen. That's why I had said in a previous video that if it did happen, no one can deny him the GOAT debate, because I know that's just how hard and how tall of a task it is for him to beat this team, him and AD. You know, guys just aren't stepping up. You know, I feel like, Austin Reeves, D'Lo, Rui, if they could hold their own and knock down their shots and play some smarter defense, Darvin Ham, I don't know. What can you do about Jokic? What can you do? You double team him, he sees the open man, and he's going to pass, and they're going to knock down their shots. So what can you do? Like, it was interesting. The first 3 quarters were great. But then the lead started slipping away. As soon as Bron went out to take a break, that lead just started going. And because you need both Bron and AD. Last night it looked like Denver's on their way to another chip. I don't know who's going to beat them. Who could beat them? Who has the personnel to keep up and beat them? Even though they were down 10, 11, 12, they stayed there. You got to be up by like 30 on them. And I was getting upset with the Lakers because it's like, okay, you're up 10. Don't let off the gas. Keep your pedal to the metal. You just got to keep building. It might take a team like, I hate to say it, might take a team like Boston who can knock down all them shots, just drain them threes. It's going to take a team that, like, for example, last night with the Lakers, when they were up 10, 11, 12, if they could have had their shooters to start draining threes every possession, just draining them, you just give the team no hope. They could knock down their shots. For example, Taurean Prince had 11 points off the bench. That's it. Jackson Hayes, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Gabe Vincent, they didn't even attempt a shot. Did not even attempt a shot. And then your starters, D. Russ, 6 for 20. A. Reeves, he was 5 for 9. 3 assists. See? 3 assists from the guards. 3 assists each from the guards. You got to be more productive than that. Come on. Hachimura, 7 points. That's it. Only 3 boards. They got 40 to 49. They were out rebounded by 9 offensive rebounds, 15 to 6 offensive boards, 15 to 6. That's crazy. How they do on turnovers? 12 turnovers for the Lakers, only 4 for Denver. Got to take care of the ball. Got to take care of the ball, guys. And then Anthony Davis, he dropped 32. Bron dropped 27, 8 assists, 6 boards. 32 and 14 for AD. So, it just talking about a little briefly about my Hawks. I was watching Chicago. Now they done and gone, but guess what? Did you see them driving to the hole on Miami? The way they were driving to the hole on the Hawks? No. No, sir. No, sir. Anyway, Atlanta Hawks, you better fix your defense this offseason. But anyway, that's all I got. And we'll do another video tomorrow for the 4 games that's going on today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, stay safe and on to the next one. Peace.